different types of toys. If you toss the first toy and your dog engages with the first toy, you don't need a second toy. It's just to offer variety, that's all it is.
What's engages?
He picks it up with his mouth, or even if he doesn't pick it up with his mouth, he's just nuzzling it with his nose, and he's interested in that toy. Not if he just goes and sniffs it. You know, you saw Champ this morning. He sniffed that toy, he's kind of sniffing it for a minute, but he didn't really engage with it. He was like, oh, this, okay, yeah, whatever, I'm going to do whatever over here. And then I would offer him a second toy to see if maybe he doesn't prefer that toy. Maybe he wants another toy. And then you also are going to need your Acessa hand. When you're not reaching for an item with the Acessa hand, it goes behind your leg so the dog doesn't get freaked out by it. And you also don't want to be swinging the hand that's really scary. And if you have very small dogs, you don't want to go really fast for stuff because this could be as big as a Chihuahua. That would be really scary. Just be aware of your body movements. They're smooth and calm, collected. So for this, I need my hand and my toys, and you can pick up one toy at a time. I like to pick up two just so they're over there and I don't have to keep walking back. So for this, I'm going to get his attention and offer him the first toy. Here, Perry, you want a toy? I like squeaky toys just because they get their attention. And I'm going to give him a minute to engage with the toy. Does he want the toy? No, he's interested in you guys over here.
As the observer, you don't do anything at this point. I've seen people go, oh, come on, you can have it, you can have it. Don't do that. Just stand here. Just hold the leash. You are a treat.
Any questions about that? You're not engaging with the dog at all. Here, Perry, you want this toy? And you kind of want to get their attention and play with it a little bit, because this is what's going to happen in a home. In a home, they're going to try to engage this dog with a toy and then toss it at him. And then I'm going to give him a minute to engage. Before I touch those toys, I'm going to say, give me that. I'm not going to say, give me those toys, or give me those toys. That would not give you accurate results. So you just want to say in a calm voice, give me that. Step forward, reach for the toy that he was most interested in or that he's closest to at that time. And then you can either pick that up, or if it's way off over here and it's not distracting him, give me that, and pull this one away. If you have whatever size room you have, I want to pull this toy away, and I probably want to keep my eye on the dog when I go to pick these up. And you may even tell your observer, I'm going to get these toys. So they know they have a good grip on that leash, and they're not letting the dog in your face. As the observer, once I've pulled these items away, as the observer, I'm going to pull the dog back to me, because I want my assessor to be able to pick up their items. Once I have pulled the toys away, that is a score. He's gotten a score for toy already. You can kind of coax him back. Come on, Harry, as the observer, and pull him back so your assessor can get their items off the floor. Any questions about that?
We like toys that don't bounce or roll, so things like tennis balls. Also, rubber toys, you want a rubber toy, but sometimes they're really hard to scoot, so just pick wisely.
Yeah, I don't like tennis balls because then the ball ends up against the wall, and you can't get in front of the dog's face to get that ball. You have to be in a compromising position to get that toy away from that dog now. You also, on the same token, you want to toss the dog in between you and the dog and the observer, so you have somewhere to go when you get that toy, and ideally you won't take it off and lay in the corner with it. It happens, but not very often. Rawhide is very much the same. Go ahead.
I'm sure we're going to go over this with Rawhide, but they really like your toy, and now they're
It happens,
with
yes.
it.
Yes, they won't let go of the toy. Or even the rawhide, they won't let go of it. You've given them something and now they won't let go of it. They're really interested in it. He can't hold the toy in his hand, but he's got it in his mouth. Give me that, and I'm gonna pull a little bit on it, and he's moving away. But I've made an honest effort to try to get it out of his mouth. Not just I went up and touched it.
You don't have to keep on forever and ever either.
Right, but I want to make an honest effort to get it out of his mouth. I'm not just going to say, give me that. Oh, he didn't let it go.
Yeah, a couple of seconds.
I'm going to make an honest effort to kind of get that out of his mouth, but he's not letting go of it as long as he's not giving me any, he didn't get real stiff or growl or whatever. Fine. Usually, what what we will do is wait for the dog to drop it. Your observer will wait for the dog to drop it. As soon as the dog's mouth comes off that toy, he may be down on the ground. As soon as his mouth comes off the toy, your observer's going to pull the dog back. You're not going to jerk him back or yank him back, but you're going to pull him back. And you'll both watch, and you'll just kind of stand there for a minute. Go now, and you'll just pull the dog away. If that dog is so engaged with that toy that he will not let it go, and you're not finding a moment for him to drop it, let him have the toy.
Yeah.
Relax the toy.
Yeah.
Then you're going to move on to rawhide. So, yeah, just he likes the toys. Fine. There's nothing bad with that.
After that, we'll feed him, so they will.
Right.
We'll let it
Exactly.
go.
Exactly. Then you're going to offer him the rawhide. So he may then trade for the rawhide.
Sure. Yeah.
So, here, Perry, you want a bone? Toss him the bone. If he has a toy, he may drop it for the bone. If he drops the toy at this point, go ahead and remove it before you try to get the bone, if you can. And then start your bone portion. Give me that bone. You pick up the bone. Any questions about that? If you have a dog that's really interested in a toy or a rawhide or whatever, I like to clear the floor anyway. I don't like to leave the stuff dangling on the floor, but if you have a dog that's really interested in a toy, pick the toy up, put it away. That way he's not going to be so distracted on the toy that you can't get an honest assessment on the rawhide or the food.